You know, Ty, I get it. I get and understand why you would want CJ Stroud right now. That situation looks awesome, but I don't know if I can move Justin Jefferson right now when I've got to for CJ Stroud, dude.
Ray, there's a lot of hope on the CJ Stroud side, but it's still Justin Jefferson 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and on holidays.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your boy, Ty Declare, at TyDeclare44 on X. And welcome on into another episode of the Destination Devy Trade Show. You know, I had to bring someone on this week, so I thought, who better than my man, RayGQue. Ray, how you doing today?
Appreciate you, Ty. Thank you for having me on. You ran the show solo last week. You were flying solo. Well done, my friend. It is not an easy task to do something like this. You're trying to provide actionable information while being entertaining solo. You did a great job last week, but I had to come back, fly co-pilot with you this week, so I'm glad to be here. And if you are not a part of the All Gas Army, this squad, you need to go to destinationdevy.com. Right now, sign up, get in the Discord, 24/7, 365, literally, conversation about football all day, every day. And if you are new to the channel, new to the station, first and foremost, thank you for being here. But we host the biggest, baddest damn NFL draft stream on the internet. Destination Devy Draft Stream is going down this year, and we are doing massive amounts of giveaways. Free access to our Heisman tier Discord, the most premium level of service that you can get. Myself, Scott Connor, we're giving away jerseys. Ty, we got Bijan Robinson. We're giving this away free, baby. Ain't even got to pay for the shipping. We're giving away this one too. Trey McBride, we're giving him away. And the man of the show, we're going to talk about him quite a bit throughout this trade show. We will also be giving away one of these, a Rashee Rice jersey. We are giving away old Rashee Rice. We do have a jersey that we are giving away as signed. It could be a throwback by the time we get to the season, but all you have to do is go to Underdog Fantasy, scan the QR code on the screen, or use promo code Triple D to get in the action. We'll be giving away all this stuff throughout draft weekend. So I'm excited for this show. We got a lot of Rashee Rice that we have to talk about, Ty. Let's pull back up this Tua, Justin Jefferson, CJ Stroud trade, because this is an interesting one. Let's talk through it for the people, man. Hit us with it.
Yes, sir. So this is a 12-team start 10, super flex PPR, and it has some tiered PPR. So we got 1.25 for the running backs and 2.0 for the tight ends. You know, our man Mo Sider here, they wanted to upgrade their QB1, salvaging a piece that they can start in their flex and running back spot as a way to little cushion that blow from moving JJ. So they moved Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Jefferson, and a 2025 second for CJ Stroud and James Cook. Ray, I mean, again, CJ Stroud is probably the biggest winner of all of the recent news out of Houston.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But he also felt like he had kind of that fake keep trade cut value where you couldn't really actualize that trade value on the market. Has it changed now for you at all? And where did he come down on this?
Yeah, man, I just don't know, man. I don't know about moving Justin Jefferson. And yes, the outcome and the range of outcome for CJ Stroud feels much, much higher right now than Tua. But let's not forget that Tua still has Jalen Waddle. He's got Tyreek Hill, Devon Chan, Raheem Mostert, and Mike McDaniel. So that offense is going to be very potent. I understand the fear and the hesitation with Justin Jefferson's new situation and all the talk about the Vikings potentially rolling with Sam Darnold. I think now is the time where you can strike gold with CJ Stroud. People see Diggs there. They love what the Houston Texans are doing for him, surrounding him with the Joe Mixons of the world, giving them later draft capital to even upgrade the position even more if they so choose. So I do think this is a good time to try to make a move like this if you have CJ Stroud. For me, man, I still lean the Tua, Justin Jefferson, and a 2025 second-round pick. That's the side of the trade ledger I'd rather be on, man.
Yeah, and the 1.25 premium for running backs, I think that does boost Cook for what it's worth.
It does.
Right? But at the end of the day, I'm just looking at this, just thinking even startup value, right? CJ Stroud for Justin Jefferson and a second, right? Sure. Add the second on to Jefferson to get the elite outcome quarterback. Okay. I still want Tua over Cook, right? Tua, he might not get you what you want on the open market, but you can construct around a Tua. And like you said, he still has that elite outcome in him.
Yeah, I see it from both sides. I do not think that the James Cook, CJ Stroud is a bad side, but I'm okay with the tear down of Tua from CJ Stroud to Tua, the uptick that I'm getting from Justin Jefferson, and the 25-second. While you can't make a pick this year, that's just liquidity and capital that I can make a move to maybe not be able to buy a James Cook, but I guarantee you that 25-second could potentially get me a Chase Brown if I needed a Devin Singletary later on in the season. A Gus Edwards type running back, maybe a rookie who underperformed early. That 25-second who could potentially buy you some running back points down the line. So I'm with you on that. But let's pull it up to start off where you left off. Let's move back up the Discord. We are in the Discord. I mean, it's trades 24/7, 365. But let's start off here where you kind of left off the last one and kind of hit us with what we got.
Yeah, so we got a 12-team Superflex start 10, 0.5 PPR lineup, start 10, 0.5 tight end premium. It's a 4-point passing touchdown. Our man Spacenfeld went hammer hunting. So they traded away Keenan Allen, the 108 and the 109, and they got back that bad man, Jamar Chase. Ray, in a 12-team start 10. Are you paying the package to get up to Chase?
12-team start 10?
Yep.
Man, 108, 109, and Keenan Allen for Jamar Chase, 12-team start 10. What's the context? What's his team? I see he's got some other stuff back there. What's the context?
Yeah, so when you add in the context, I think you like it a lot more. So at quarterback, They have Lamar, A-Rich, Fields, Minshew. Running backs, any running back on a 53, just some cans. But at wide receiver, they have Jets, CD. They now have Chase, Garrett Wilson, Deontay, Nuke, and JSN.
Yeah, in that format, with that type of construction, you add – and I think Keenan Allen can be very good this year. He can very well be a 1,000-yard receiver. But I believe the days where he's potentially in that range, 13, 14, 1,500 yards. I mean, hell, he had 1,200 yards last year in what felt like 10, 11 games. With DJ Moore being there, Cole Kmet, you've got DeAndre Swift and a rookie quarterback. I am totally fine with Jamar Chase on this roster. That would make that squad very, very powerful. I like that deal for Jamar Chase.
I agree. Not much for me to add. Keenan Allen 9.0 Trinity guy, but the 108, 109, it's just not elite enough of an outcome for me to, move off that Chase. So give me Chase.
All right, hit us with the next one.
Yes, we got a 1 quarterback, 12-team start 9, 0.5 PPR, 4-point passing touchdown. Jimbo threats. Got Daniel Jones, Kyle Pitts, Anthony Richardson, Treylon Burks, and the 102 for Travis Kelce, Derrick Henry, and Patrick Mahomes. Ray, we got some big swingers, and our man Jimbo needs your thought. Jimbo doesn't want my thoughts. He wants your thoughts on this one, Ray. So 1 quarterback, Ray. 12-team start 9. How you feeling?
So let's just say single quarterback, Marv goes 1. This 102 is Malik Nabers. So we can just pencil Malik Nabers in here. So you're talking Malik Nabers, Anthony Richardson, Kyle Pitts, because in a start 9, I'm not factoring Treylon Burks into that. Maybe you've got no choice one day and you plug him in there. I also don't really give a shit about Daniel Jones. So in a 12-team start 9, would I rather have A-Rich, Malik Nabers, and Kyle Pitts, or Derrick Henry, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes? Is it a tight end premium, Ty?
I don't see anything on a tight end premium, right?
You know what? This is an opportunity. You packaged up a Travis Kelce that I think a lot of people are trying to get off of in Dynasty. I can definitely see the world in which you're win now, right now, and you want to roll with Kelce and Henry, but outside of a premium, really don't care about Travis Kelce that much. Derrick Henry's dope, but I'm getting the Russian quarterback back in Anthony Richardson. The 102 can be Malik Nabers. Kyle Pitts has got hopium value, all that other stuff. I would take Anthony Richardson, the 102, and Kyle Pitts, man.
Yeah, I'm with you there because I look at this. I always like to try and cross things off. I agree. Daniel Jones and Treylon Burks in a 12-team start 9 and 1 quarterback. Who cares, right? Just some fodder to throw in.
Yep.
Pitts versus Kelce. Production-wise, I don't mind giving the nod to Kelce, but
Agreed.
I expect Pitts to have a good year, and we're talking Dynasty. So I'm pretty confident saying Pitts over Kelce, but also depends on what you're trying to do. Cross them off if you want.
Right.
You're talking Patrick Mahomes and Derrick Henry for Anthony Richardson. Let's call it Malik Nabers.
Malik Nabers.
let's play the Delta game. Mahomes to Richardson in a 4-point passing touchdown, or Nabers and Henry, right? So
Yep.
it's the 102 of it all for me. So I like how you did this. You took on some extra junk and still got good value. So it's a good deal.
Absolutely. I think it's a good deal for Jimbo. I really do like that deal for Jimbo. And who knows? You get on the clock at 102 and you're in a league where somebody believes Nabers is the better wide receiver, and you've got Marvin Harrison Jr., and regardless of what he scores, the value that name brings and what you'll be able to do with that asset, the liquidity that the name Marvin Harrison Jr. brings, or hell, the 102, which could be a Malik Nabers, just gives you some different options because Kelce and Henry, they definitely only fit specific teams. A rebuilder has no... Everybody wants the 102. Only certain teams want Derrick Henry and Travis Kelce. So let's move down a little bit and see what else we get back. See? Right here.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're into the Rashee Rice range. Yeah. So after all the Rashee Rice info started dropping after our last show, here we go. We got 12 by 11 Superflex tight end premium. Rashee Rice or 207, right?
It's Rashee Rice. It's
right.
Well, let's. I don't want to be dismissive. Let's talk about it real quick. A lot of people are a little anxious about what could potentially happen with him. He's admitted to being the driver of the Lamborghini. Car accident in Dallas out here. Some injuries. I don't think life-threatening or anything serious as what's been reported, but some people had to go to the hospital with some injuries. He's taking accountability. I'm listening to a lot of people, Todd. Drew Davenport, one of the best sort of fantasy football legal advice opinion givers on the space. He seems to think he's waiting for the charging documents, and that's what we're still waiting on. So without knowing exactly what he's charged with, how they're going to try to add on and compound some of the injuries, he doesn't seem to think he's going to miss much time at all. The NFL has not historically done a lot, and I know a lot of people would reference the Henry Ruggs situation, but the reality is he did not kill somebody like Henry Ruggs. And I don't want to diminish what Rice did, but I also don't want to confuse and make it seem like Ruggs did something that was just like, oh man, how idiotic. No, you killed somebody, man. So for me, right now, I am still continuing to draft Rashee Rice as if he's not going to miss significant time this year. Seasonal league. So in Dynasty, if I can get Rashee Rice for the 207, I'm going to make the bet and I'm going to take Rashee Rice.
Yeah. I'm not going to put on my Johnny Law hat and try to pose that. I know what I'm talking about, but historically, you haven't really seen these guys in the NFL have big repercussions from legal things like this. Usually, if there's repercussions, it's actually in the legal system, not in the NFL. So we don't know what we don't know yet, but until proven otherwise, I'm just going to assume, like you assume, Rashee Rice is going to be playing football. If there's any kind of punishment that comes down, it might even be in 2025. Yeah. We're going to talk a lot of Rashee Rice here, so I don't want to bite too much Rashee Rice kind of content here, but yeah, give me the Rashee Rice over here. I'll happily pay a 207.
Ooh, here's another one. Here's an interesting one. More Rashee Rice. What do we have?
Yeah, so we got a 10-team start 11 super flex, 0.25 point per carry, half PPR, half point per first down. We got Rashee Rice and Deontay Johnson being moved for Jordan Addison and the 208. So I mean, Ray, I'll tell you right now, Addison. It's a lot better than the 207, right? So yes, we're already in a better space.
A lot better, yes.
And Rashee Rice's price, it's always been a little too high for me to be comfortable with. So if anything, I feel like right now he's kind of come down to that level where I think that we can probably find more deals for Rashee Rice now because the price is probably a little more where I want it to be. I'm going to lean Rice over Addison, but Addison's in that tier of range of outcomes or what I can do with a wide receiver in that range. I want Deontay Johnson over the 208 8 days a week. So I'm going to take the Rashee Rice and Deontay Johnson side of this one.
And when I first looked at it, I was like, ooh, Addison in a 208. I can draft that Braylon Allen back there at 208 or whomever the hell it is. Ricky Pearsall, Xavier Legette. Yeah. But I do think when you look at Rice's situation, and let's assume he misses 2 to 3 games. When he comes back, he's still tethered to Patrick Mahomes. When he comes back, he's still tethered to Patrick Mahomes. When he comes back, he's still tethered to Patrick Mahomes. You get Deontay Johnson in his new role in which they did not add anybody at the wide receiver position through free agency. We assume that they will draft somebody. but that's not happening until at least pick 33 unless Carolina moves up. Addison walks into the Minnesota Vikings this year with a lot of uncertainty at the quarterback position and how that offense is going to operate. Yeah, Rashee Rice and Deontay Johnson over Jordan Addison in the 208 for me as well.
Yep, agreed. And I don't know, you know about this about me, but I'm a big Chiefs fan. Been for some time. Rookie wide receivers don't pop in an Andy Reid system. It takes a year to really bake in. Rashee Rice was really impressive for how early he produced that offense.
Yes. Yes. All right, we got another one. What do we got?
We got a 12 by 11. So 12 teams start 11. Debbie depleted Superflex PPR. We got Michael Pittman or old Smitty. It's the Slim Reaper, DeVonta Smith, and a 210. Ray,
what were the settings? What were the settings?
12 teams start 11. Debbie depleted Superflex PPR. So a Debbie depleted 210. So what is that to you? A third? A 310? Maybe?
410. This is, who do you like more? Do you like Pittman or do you like DeVonta Smith? Honestly, these aren't really deals that I make.
No.
It's player swapping. So pick whichever side you like. You want DeVonta Smith? Cool. You want Michael Pittman? Fine. They both they feel like the same 1,100 to 1,200 yard wide receiver. You're hoping for some touchdowns and a bunch of receptions for both of them. So I like both players. If I had 10 of them, I'd take 5 Smitties and 5 Michael Pittmans. Really, this isn't the type of deal that I particularly go for making.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
I agree, Ray.
You agree too? You agree?
I agree. Choose your favorite. So we got Berserker here sharing the screenshot of y'all talking on your old stream here.
Yeah.
We got 16 team Superflex, start 2 tight end premium. So O. Henry gave up Rashee Rice, and Tolbarone gave up the 203. Ray's 203 closer in a 16 team Superflex, start 2 tight end premium. So
16 team?
So that's the 19th overall pick, 203.
I don't think so.
We're pretty much right back in the same range that we were with the other one, right?
Aren't we back in the same range? 19th player. Now, Superflex makes it let me say this. Superflex makes it a little more attractive in a 16-teamer because there are probably teams in this league whose quarterbacks are absolute shit. They are just terrible. And if Bo Nix is a first rounder, regardless if you like him or not, you're drafting him. If Michael Penix gets the type of capital in the second round that warrants consideration in Superflex, you're drafting him. So there's a good chance that you've got 6 quarterbacks off of the board inside of that top 19. I don't know what are there any other crazy tight end scoring settings in here? We just see 16 teams.
It says 16 teams start dash and then 2 tight end premium. So I don't know if you know how many starters here, but 2 tight end premium as well.
So you're probably going to get JT Sanders, Brock Bowers are going. So now that's 8 QB and just tight ends. Maybe you sneak in another tight end. So there's a good chance that 203 is really like the 110, 111 of a standard 12-team league. And if you could flip Rashee Rice for Xavier Worthy, would you do that?
Me personally, no, but I can see the appeal.
Okay.
I can see someone wanting to hit a jack and saying that's a fair re-roll. Just give me another wide receiver in the Kansas City offense. I'll take my chance, right? But not me personally, but like you said, the format makes it more interesting, right? Because there's more viable options that might be there. So I get it. Still not.
You still take Rice? You still take Rice in that one?
Still taking Rice there, right?
All right. I just wanted to dive a little deeper to see if I can convince you to maybe take that 203, but I believe that I still lean with you. Give me Rashee Rice over that 203 at this point in time.
Don't worry, Ray. We'll get to talk more Rice later, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But up next year, we got this little itty-bitty trade. We got a 12-team Superflex start 10, 4-point passing touchdown, 1.5 tight end premium. So Davante Adams and Josh Allen for CJ Stroud. And at the 107? Yes, the 107.
CJ Stroud and 107 for Davante Adams and Josh Allen?
Yeah. Josh Allen loses Stephon Diggs. They have to keep cutting people. People are fed up. Think he's going to have to run for 4,000 yards this year, Ray.
This is a good trade. I like this trade.
It is a good trade.
This is a good trade. Give me Josh Allen and Devontae Adams. Let me lead with that. Josh Allen and Devontae Adams in a start 10, 4-point per passing touchdown league. And this individual still has the 103, the 105, the 106, the 109, and 425 firsts. Yeah, I like Devontae Adams and Josh Allen. I mean, and I know Josh Allen. I know Allen and this is actually a creative deal. If you have Josh Allen or if you have CJ Stroud and your opponent has, somebody else has Allen, I mean, you might consider offering something to where, you send your CJ Stroud and try to get back Josh Allen since Josh Allen has no wide receivers and, he's not going to have anybody to throw to. I'm not worried about any of that. It's on his shoulders this year. Run the ball, do what you do. They're going to replace Diggs with another body. That doesn't mean that they're going to be Diggs, but they're going to find receivers to throw the ball to. They brought in Curtis Samuel. They do have Dalton Kincaid, James Cook. And Tay Adams is Tay Adams. Tay Adams is Tay Adams. In a 1.5 tight end premium, Brock Bowers is probably your selection at 107. So C.J. Stroud and Brock Bowers or Josh Allen and Devontae Adams. I'm taking Allen and Adams, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the 107 is interesting at this point in the process because it's seeming like those wide receivers are going to go earlier. Depending on your format is where Brock Bowers is going to fall. And then there's going to be quarterbacks where we don't know where they land or what the exact capital they're going to get, but they're going to be there. And as we get closer and closer to this process, if I'm like, man, if my team's ready to go, 107 is not a bad price to pay if I can lock in a hammer. So ask me a month ago, I want 107 over Devontae Adams, but really at this point, like if on the right team, I'm willing to make that bet.
That's the point. That's the key, on the right squad, because if you were trying to liquidate Adams and like, man, I'm not buying in the Raiders. He's 31, 32 years old. Allen lost Diggs. Getting back C.J. Stroud, even if it's a quote-unquote tier down, which we'll see, you're still getting C.J. Stroud. And then that 107, whether you use that to select a receiver that may fall, Rome Odunze, and you replace Allen with Rome Odunze. You replace Allen with you replace Adams with Brock Bowers, Rome Odunze, a quarterback potentially. If I were rebuilding, I might be talking myself into Stroud in the 107 regardless. But I still think I'd lean Adams and Allen, but I think this is a really good deal. I like both sides very much so. I like both of these sides.
Yeah, I like both sides of the deal, and I think it suits it, right? If you're trying to win, Allen, Devontae makes sense. If you're trying to just gain dynasty value, CJ Stroud and 107 is dope. But when you add in the context of having 1-3, 1-5, 1-6, 1-9, and 4-25 first, I need to go hammer hunting at this point.
Yes.
Until proven otherwise, it's still Josh Allen. Let me lock in Josh Allen. Let me just staple Devontae Adams into my flex at worst.
And here's a key point to this, and I think we need to, just for people listening and not watching, still have the 103, 105, 107, and 109. So you could sort of dictate what's even there at 107 if you really wanted to. At 103, you could take a player. At 105, you could take somebody else. And at 106, you could say, you know what, I'm good at the quarterback spot. I'm taking Brock Bowers here and not leaving you Bowers at 107, and I've got the 109. Give me Adams and Allen. With that type of capital, I'm good with moving the 107 if I'm getting back these two hammers. I like this deal.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good deal because you can look at it a couple different ways and probably come out a couple different ways, right? So
absolutely.
I like it. But
absolutely.
Ray, do I need to give context here? Rashee Rice are 3-6 and 3-8.
Come on, man. This is what he's going for? How does this even happen?
12 team, 2 quarterback, full PPR, start 11. That man, 7 GOAT rings. Rashee Rice, 3-6 to 3-8.
He just does it every time. I don't know how he does it every single time. Yes. If I'm willing to give up the 207, we're talking the 208 for Rashee Rice, I would gladly pay 2/3 for Rashee Rice. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, and I'm with Josh. This isn't real. Josh literally said it. You can't see it because we're over it, but he said this isn't real.
Yeah.
Give me Rashee Rice.
Moving on. 12-team best ball. Start 14. PPR.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Slow down. Say that again. Best ball.
All right.
Holy.
Yeah, so we're best ball mindset. 12-team. Start 14. Super flex PPR 2.0 tight end premium. 0.25 point per carry. And 0.5 rushing first down bonus. Ray, we need these settings for the next Heisman League.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
On one side of the ledger, we got K. Doughton, and Tajee Spears. On the other side, we have 111, who it looks like it's been written in Ladarius McConkey.
Ladarius McConkey or Cade Otton and Tajee Spears in a 12-team start 14 best ball?
2.0 tight end premium, Ray.
Oh, come the hell on. It's Cade Otton and Spears.
It's all day. All day.
Come on. It is the starting tight end for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it is currently the starting or 1A to the 1B to Tony Pollard in Tennessee, Tajee Spears over Lat. What's the premium for wide receiver scoring?
I'm assuming just PPR. Now,
and then,
our
receiving
FG
first
could
down.
be I don't know if that's rushing or receiving. Let's just say both.
Nah,
let's just say both.
Well, let's say both. Rushing first down and receiving first down. We'll just enter. Give me Spears and Otton. Give me Spears and Cade Otton. Give me Spears and Otton.
It's funny. You talk like 12 teams start 10. Like I'm usually trying to trade away Spears for things. In this deal, I'm happy to take Spears is whatever. I want the Otton over the 111, like just based on format.
Correct.
Most times, right?
Correct. It's the format. You want that Otton. In the 111, and especially knowing that the 111 is Lad McConkey. And I like Lad. Lad's my dude. Lad is a top 6 receiver in the class for me. I like Lad, but I'm playing to the format. 2.0 tight end premium, rushing, receiving first down. I mean, even if it's a receiving first down, think about Otton catches a 22-yard pass. You're getting 2 points for the reception. You're getting the yardage bonus, and you're getting a first down bonus off of that one reception for Cade Otton. Sign me up. Easy Otton and Spears.
Yep. Talking two of the biggest Lad lovers in the space right now. Right?
Yes.
No pause needed, but I still want to play the format there. Know your league.
There it is.
Ray, guess who's back? 7 GOAT rings. So we got on the other side of this one. So 12 teams start 11. He sent away Rashee Rice. He got back 210 and 27. So we've gone over a single second. How about 2 seconds? It's better.
It's better. Dude, I mean, we're talking about a rookie who damn near had 1,000 yards receiving in Kansas City's offense and didn't do much early on.
Yeah.
We're talking about a rookie. And again, I understand the legal issues that he has going on. And I do think that because of what happened, there could be an increased chance that Kansas City does take a wide receiver in round 1, because for a while, I didn't think they would, especially after they lost L'Jarius Sneed. I said, I don't know if they're going to be in the position to forego a cornerback at the top of the draft. But, man, Todd, the 207 and the 210 for Rice, if it were best ball, I think I would be a lot more intrigued, because then I'll just be like, okay, I could take a couple of darts, but I still don't know if the 210 and the 207 move me enough to trade Rashee Rice today. I don't think so.
I think that you can do things with the seconds in this format and find a way to come out flush production wise. Probably feel like you have more options with 2 over 1, but we've gone over it. I haven't really changed that much on Rice. I'm still going to bet on the talent there. I'll pay 2 seconds for a Rice.
And what Goat Ring said is just in case sell, right? Just like a just in case sell. So, but I do not believe, with the information that's been presented to us today, that he is in position for his career to be over, for the season to be lost. So I'll continue to rock with Rashee Rice.
Even just look at it, portfolio, Ray. You bought him for 2/3, you sell him for 2 seconds. You made a profit, across the old portportfolio.
Okay,
but I'm with Josh here. It's an excellent use of Photoshop. It's a great April Fool's trade.
Let's keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling.
Logan didn't give us any settings here, but I don't really want to talk.
Bought some Daniel Jones, right?
Yeah, for 208. Don't know the format, but I don't know, 208 or Jones. Like, who cares? Like, am I trying to buy my quarterback 3 or 4 in April? Not really. Would I rather have that 2.8? I'd rather, if that was a 25 second, give me the 25 second, but
right.
I don't know.
All right. What do you want to pull? Another one. Okay.
Ray, we're off the screen, right?
Oh yeah, I took us off for
all
a
I see
second.
is Discord.
I took us off for a second because I knew this would be big. I wanted everybody to see it. I just wanted to pull up the
There we go.
201. I adjusted us.
There we
I'll
go.
put us back. Does that make you feel a little better? Right there.
I
We're
do.
back
I do.
now.
I feel a
Okay.
lot better. We're
All right.
back now, and Ray, we're back at it with another Rashee Rice trade in a 12-team start. I don't know how many. 2 tight end. I'm out. Yeah. So Rashee Rice or 2-1 and the 4-11. I know the 4-11 really makes you think in this one, Ray.
Oh
so,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
What's the damn format? 201.
I don't know. It's a 12-team Superflex start dash with a 2 tight end premium. So call it 11.
I mean, if you're nervous about Rashee Rice, then this is the price. If you have fear, hesitation, you're not feeling good about it. You detest the guy because he got in a car accident speeding down the road very foolishly, and you just the morality in you can't afford you to roster that player ever again. Then the 201 is probably as good as you're going to get. I highly doubt you'll get anything in the first round. So this is the next best thing. Yeah, the 411 means nothing. They just felt like they needed a little something to get back to move that. This is the price to get out. If you want out, I think this is it right here.
Ray, in one of my leagues, a 12-team start 10, I sent the 112 for Rashee Rice straight up. I got it. That's interesting, but I'm just going to hold. So
yeah,
we're probably right around that range here. Again, I'm trying to disregard
you're just you are not you are. So what I'm getting is there isn't much right now outside of. Let me just ask you hypothetically, Todd. 110 or Rashee Rice. 110 or Rashee Rice.
I'll take 110 because I think at that access I can do more with that pick, even if I have to make the pick. So I'll take 110 in that sense. All
right, so I said 110 or Rashee Rice. You'll take the 110. So right now you're looking to pay anything after that, maybe 111, 112 and beyond. You're comfortable today moving that to acquire Rice on the rosters that it makes sense to acquire. You're fine with that cost. That's why I said I think this is about the price. If you're going to move them, it's going to be 201. 111, 112, something like that. That's probably the max cost, the max value you're going to get out of Rashee Rice right now. And if you are fearful of him, I think this is fine. If you just think he's going to be done, I'm with you. I just do not believe with the information that we are privy to today that I see career-ending, season-long suspension, hell, 6-week suspension. So I'm still going to rock with Rashee Rice right now. I still want this young ascending player who showed to be very promising in his rookie season.
No, I couldn't have said it better, Ray. I think that 111, 112, 201, those are ranges that I'm like actively trying to move out of. If I have those picks, I think I can probably do more or something similar a little bit later down the board. So if I can just lock in a Rashee Rice for that price, I'm pretty okay doing that. But know your league, if X Worthy goes to the right spot or whoever lands in Buffalo, are you going to be able to sell that for more than Rashee Rice? That's probably about the range. So good stuff.
All right, here we got one from Logan. It's tiny, but we've got to read it off.
It's tiny and we have no settings, right? Debbie depleted picks.
Oh, no, I scrolled down. I passed that one because there was no settings. He's got another one. It's a 10-team Superflex. Yeah.
10-team Superflex start 9. Bryce Young and the 108 or 102. Ooh-wee. So, Ray, I'll tell you this first. Okay, so 108, that's what we know today. That's about the back end of where that, the guys that you really want access to that, probably JJ McCarthy or whatever quarterback gets up there.
Man.
Bryce Young is a quarterback. That's what I'll give him. I don't know if people would pay a single first for Bryce Young right now, but I would hope that a former overall number 1 pick after a rookie season, a poor situation, could get that. 102, Ray. We're looking at a at worst second round startup pick in a Caleb or a Marvin Harrison Jr. or if something crazy happens in a 12-team or 10-team start 9. I'm not chasing the quarterback, but I am chasing the elite outcome. I'm going to take the 102 here.
Yeah, it's the 102. It's not even about Caleb. If Marv goes 101 in here, if Marv goes 101 and you're at 102 and it's Caleb, would you pass Caleb up to take Malik Nabers? And people are going to hear this and they're going to say, "Oh my God, you're not chasing Caleb Williams." Really quickly, why in a 10-team league are you not as concerned about having 3, 4, 5 elite quarterbacks.
Ray, the scarcity isn't there in a 10-team not the stars in a 10-team league. The scarcity isn't there at the quarterback position. We were just talking about a 16-team league where if everyone had 2 quarterbacks, that's your 32 quarterbacks gone. In a 10-team, if everyone rosters 2 quarterbacks, you're at 20 quarterbacks only, right? So there's going to be a lot more opportunity, a lot cheaper ways to fill that. And unless you have those elite outcome quarterbacks, it's probably going to fall into a range where week to week, good luck guessing who's going to actually give you that advantage. So taking the shot on an elite outcome wide receiver is probably going to lead you to more wins above replacement if you want to look at it from that lens. So yeah, as I was talking this through, even in my mind, I'm like, man, I mean, if Marco's 101, like I'd kind of be okay with a Nabers in this format, a start 9 where I just want hammers. So yeah, no matter how this shakes out, I'm good with it. I'm assuming that Logan is okay taking Caleb because they sent away a quarterback in the deal to get the 102.
Yeah, but I think what you just said is something that we're going to clip this and we're going to drop this on X. It's important game theory and strategy. It's a 10-team start 9. And you laid it out. If every team has 2 quarterbacks, it's just 20. There's still 4 more QB2s out there available, not to mention the other QBs after that who's got opportunity who will also start, and the backups who are projected to be on the bench at the beginning of the season that you can reasonably project some opportunity for them as well. So it's lineup. You know when to start the quarterback. I'm with you. 102, 101, it's not Caleb Williams season for me. In a format like this, 10-team start 9, I'm chasing those elite outcome ranges as well. Great analysis right there, Ty. Great freaking analysis. All right, Ty, let's see what else we have. Here we go.
Old Pistol Pete. We got a 12-team,
Pistol Pete.
1 quarterback, start 10, PPR with a 0.2 point per carry. So, Ray, do you want Saquon, Quads Barkley, 209, or 109, the 25 first of another team, and a 2026 second round pick?
So you're getting 2 firsts and a 2026 second for Saquon Barkley in the 209.
In a 1 quarterback league, Ray. 1 single quarterback.
Oh, this is single QB.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't that change the math?
Oh, absolutely. It changes the math. Yeah. I want the picks. Give me Pistol Pete. Give me the picks. Give me the picks. Okay. Oh, single quarterback league.
Yes.
Single quarterback league. I'm time stamping everything. The people on the show tell us we don't time stamp, so I'm making sure we're time stamped here. So single QB league, the 109 is like Keon Coleman, Xavier Worthy, maybe 25 first, 25 second, or Saquon.
Yeah. Come on. And then Ray, add in the 0.2 point per carry as well.
The point per carry. Yeah, I want Saquon Barkley in the 209. And honestly, I don't even care about the 209. That's a pick that I'll end up trading for another running back or a receiver or something else that I need. In a single quarter, and I do like the fact that getting a first-round pick for a running back is phenomenal. But in super flex, I'd be much more inclined to take the first. No doubt about it. If this were super flex, 109, 25 first, 26 second, I'm in on that side. Single quarterback, just give me old Saquads.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ray. Like super flex, yeah, you're talking probably a Trey Benson, whatever running back you want at that 1-9, right? A future first and a second, whatever. Cross out the 209 and the 26 second, right? It's in a single quarterback. It's Barkley. It's Barkley all day. You're paying 2 first for a running back, and you like it. This is weird to say in April of 2024, Ray, but single quarterback changes that math for me, and I'm just going to bet on Saquon being the Saquon that we have in our heads.
I agree with you on that one as well. All right, we got another one, and I am timestamped. I'm time-stamping, so read it slow and read it twice for me so I hear you.
Okay, Ray, we got a 12-team start 10 super flex PPR with a 175 tight end premium. And this trade happened right after the old Stephon Diggs trade news. So on one side of the ledger, we got Amon-Ra St. Brown being acquired for Nico Collins, the 110, and a 2025 third round pick. So, Ray, 12 teams start 10, 0.75 tight end premium. So, I don't know if that makes the 110 any spicier for you, but
Not really.
Nico, a late first and a third for Amon-Ra St. Brown in a 12 by 10.
I will pay that for Amon-Ra. I would pay that for Amon-Ra St. Brown pretty easily. But I do want to say that I am not nearly as bearish on Nico Brown's outlook as others. I mean, Nico Collins' outlook as others. I think they're going to be fine. You're talking about an efficient offense that there were 3 wide receivers that were usable last year. And Robert Woods was also included in that group. So now you're replacing Woods and Noah Brown with Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, and Nico Collins. CJ Stroud should have somebody open every single play. I am not as bearish on Nico, and where he may get pulled back on volume, I believe he only had 109 targets anyway, the efficiency goes up. We know he's good in the red zone, but this is an opportunity to get Amon-Ra St. Brown for a player who very well can be on the move as a free agent next year in Houston in the 110. Like the pick, but, I like the pick. But I would like Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot more. In a 12-team start 10 super flex, give me Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think Gene said it best when he said, like, all of the Texans wide receivers, they got a sprinkle of just sprinkle some expectations on it, right? Like,
yes.
I think all this does is brings Nico and Tank down to an affordable level for me personally.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yes.
I'm more willing to pay the price that person's probably looking for. So I think that this is good for the overall dynasty market. I think it's good for expectations for Nico, who I remember sending you a DM about, hey man, I'm looking at this Trinity score and Nico's profile is propped up by that yards after catch, right? Like, I want to see more air yards. I want to see more target share. I don't know how adding a Diggs to the equation really does it, but I bet reality's somewhere in the middle. So I'm still going to stick with the hammer Amon-Ra St. Brown over the slew of picks. I think this is a good way to get out of that 110 range and pair it with someone.
You think so?
I mean,
it's a nice,
like, you got
nice
that
deal.
You got that threshold wide receiver, right? Add it with the 110. It's a first round pick, but it's, that range where I kind of want to trade out of, and a third, and you go up to a hammer. I like that process side of the deal.
I think this is one that you can try to do. Would it matter if it were Nico Collins or Tank Dell? What if it was Tank Dell? Tank Dell, a third in the 110.
That's the beauty of the deal. Insert your wide receiver 18 to 26, whatever name you want.
Addison.
Yeah. Addison,
JSN.
A first and a third. You might, again, different names, maybe have to change that third to a second or add in some fluff.
Right.
The structure is there where if you can do this to get an Amon-Ra, I bet you at least get a counter. Like, I think it's a good way to try to approach it if you have that 110, 111.
Man, this is actually I like the structure of this, because let's just say you went for a receiver that wasn't quite as high as Amon-Ra, and you can kind of change some of this stuff here, but what if this were Garrett Wilson? Can you go Garrett Wilson for Nico Collins, a 25 third and the 205? Maybe it doesn't need to be the 110, but I think there are ways to move off of a Nico, acquire what you think could be an elite range outcome wide receiver. This is a really good structure. I like this. I like this deal by Andre 0815. Good stuff, Andre. Yeah. Good stuff. And there's Andre. That's why he is in the chat. Yeah, let's move down a little bit more. All right.
Yeah. So, here we go. Hey, Dynasty Alex, the old Christian Kirk said he always brings the good settings. So let's go over it. He does bring
the greats. Yeah, go through the settings.
Yeah. So 12-team best ball. Yes. Start 11. PPR Superflex. Okay. So Superflex 12 by 11, Superflex PPR best ball. 2 tight ends with a 0.75 tight end premium. Okay.
So that means you have to start 2 tight ends, which are literally fantasy football hell. So you have to start 2 tight ends, and it's 2.0 premium?
0.75 premium.
0.75, okay.
And it's best ball, so you don't have to choose when you're starting them.
Yep.
Ray, in that format, we got Tyreek Hill on one side being sent away for Noah Fant and old Smitty, DeVonta Smith.
The old Reaper.
The old Reaper, and Noah Fant, who now no longer has Colby Parkinson, Will Dissly, and whatever other tight ends. It's just him, right? But Tyreek Hill is that elite outcome wide receiver. So in this format where you have to start 2 of those tight ends, roster construction matters. Where are you leaning, Ray?
I want to talk myself into Noah Fant and DeVonta Smith. And the reason why I want to do that is because it is best ball and I'm chasing points. I want the weekly outcome that I get points from DeVonta Smith and Noah Fant. And what Alex said is context. This is a soft rebuild. He is trying to liquidate some of his older players, acquire some youth, still have some value. From a production standpoint, what does Noah Fant and DeVonta Smith have to do to equal Tyreek Hill? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. You're talking about a back-to-back 1,700-yard wide receiver, which is insane. I understand he's getting up there in age, and I've also moved some Tyreek Hill too because I'm just trying to get a little bit younger and cash out on the value. I would just think that if I were moving Hill, I can get a little better. I'd get more than Noah Fant. I'm fine with DeVonta Smith. I'm fine with Smith. But in this format, even though you have to start two tight ends, I would hope to get a better name at least. Like I couldn't get Pat Freiermuth. You know, I know you're not going to get a McBride or anybody like that, but this is one where I probably would have, if this deal was available today, it's available later. I probably would have waited a little longer to see if I can get a little something else back better than Noah Fant and Smith. So I don't know, Ty.
If that's in like the Njoku Ingram range, you feel so much better about it. But
that's what I'm saying.
I almost feel like if I'm moving Hill, though, this is one of those deals where if I'm in the right league, like I don't want to jump right to the conclusion. Like if I could get Smitty and a 25-second, I feel like I can then take that 25-second and get Fant and something else versus just jumping straight to that tight end. Like I get that Fant fits the format, but like if a soft rebuild is incoming, I don't know if you made yourself any more flexible. You just kind of added a flex. You added points to your roster, right? So
yes,
you kind of like you split your dollar into 95 cents or whatever, however you want to break that down. But I think even in this context, I'm still going to take the Hill side because, like you said, I think I can find something better than that. And if it's a soft rebuild, then I guess it's not a hard rebuild. So I still want guys who can win me weeks. So I still want Tyreek Hill. Like if you're going to rebuild, right? If you're going to retool, try to get younger.
Value-wise, it's off. I don't care how. I'm fine with liquidating Tyreek Hill. I am truly fine with it. Yeah. But he should command more than Noah Fant and DeVonta Smith. And I'm curious if this were, well, sometimes you get those offers where you're like, I'm just ready to make the damn deal, so let's get it done. Or was this really kind of like combed through, and did Alex grind this one out all the way? I think I still lean Hill. You should be able to get more than DeVonta Smith and the hopium and the magic beans that Noah Fant becomes this usable weekly piece. And like you said, in a rebuild, I don't think I want Noah Fant. Like he's not flexible. He's not liquid. I would much rather this should be DeVonta Smith and a 25 first for Tyreek. Like it should be that. You're not getting a 24 first. You're not getting the 101, 102. You should be able to get a 25 first and DeVonta Smith for Tyreek.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. If I'm moving Hill, move him in season, man. Like just bet. Like he's going to limp off the field every damn game, but wait till he's scoring points. Then you can actually get. I'm not pressed to move off him in April, even if I've tested the market. So anywho, we got a old Scott A in a 12-team Superflex start 11, 0.25 point per carry and a tight end premium. I'm going to assume. What do you want to assume here? We don't have a number. 0.5, 0.75. Let's go 0.75. We like 0.75, right?
Okay, 0.75.
Let's assume 0.75. So we have Jimmy Superfly Snuka sending away the 111, the 204, and a 2025 first round pick.
Damn.
Big red machines getting back Breece Hall and the 302. And a 0.25 point per carry start 11, Ray. You want that draft capital, getting 2 firsts for a running back and then that 204, or do you want the hammer, Breece Hall, and the 302? It's a good deal.
It's a very good deal. I mean, that's a lot of capital. You're getting 2 firsts, and one of those firsts is a 25 first round pick. You're getting the 111 this year. Hell, you're getting the 204 this year, which could be Blake Corum. You literally, that could be another running back in a 0.25.
Mm-hmm.
That's Breece Hall over there on the other side, Ty.
that is that man, Breece Hall, right?
That big Breece over there on the other side. He's still pretty young. Yeah. I think he's pretty young, and the Jets should have a better offense this year. and I'm paying the 111, a 25 first, and a 204, and you're still getting the 302 this year. Yeah. You're still getting the 302, which that you would make that a running back if you wanted to. You could, whoever that may be, Audric Estime, Braylon Allen, Marshawn Lloyd.
Marshawn Lloyd, yeah, right. That's the name that pops into my mind. Yeah.
Lloyd and Hall for the 111, 204, and a 25 first, and a 12-team Superflex 0.25 per carry. You're starting 11 TEP. I think I like that side. Yeah. It's a price. It's not cheap. It's not like it's a cheap Breece Hall. I'm not saying it's cheap and easy, and we can very much get to a point right at the end of this season where you'd be praying you got something like this, 2 first and a high second for your running back, but I would assume that somebody's making the bet right now that we're going to go try to get it, baby. We're going to go get it, and I want the hammer of all hammers, Breece Hall.
I'd say your assumption's correct because they sent away their own 2025 first-round pick to get Breece. So They are saying, this is it, right? You're sitting there at the 111 and 2-4. You can add 2 probably flex options, right? Get some hopium and a running back or a wide receiver, 1 or 2, whatever you want to choose. Consolidate that into your hammer running back and still get the 302, which, like I said, it could be a running back. It could be just that swing at a Malachi Corley or a Tez Walker. It could be something, anything. In the 0.25 point per carry, I'm going to lean format. Give me that Breece Hall.
You want that?
Let me take my chances on the hammer, right? I mean, last show, I spent 103 on Gibbs, and I still feel okay about it.
Yeah.
Right? Different context, different league, but I'm willing to pay a price for those running backs who I think can be, one, a difference maker and likely have some future value as well. So I'm willing to pay that price.
I mean, listen, you're talking about hammer running backs. Bijan Robinson, DD, Draft Stream. Sign up using code DDD. You deposit $10 into Underdog Fantasy. They'll match you 10, and you are automatically entered to win one of over 25 prizes during the NFL Draft. Literally, $10 raffle ticket, get you into it. You don't got to do anything. You don't even got to watch the damn thing. Just use that promo code DDD, and you are eligible to win during the weekend of the draft. We'll be streaming all 3 days. Make sure you tapped in. I'll be there. Ty, Scott, Connor, Dynasty Trades in 5 as well. Potentially some other guests from around the space. But let's go ahead and close this thing out. Ty. Hit a few more trades and then call it a week. So I'm with you. We're both on the Breece Hall side. Look how much stuff. There's just, I don't so even. Much. There's so much. There's so much.
All hours of the morning and night and everything, right? It's all the time.
Prince Rhaegar, some Game of Thrones. Let's freaking go. Yeah.
Here, I can't see that. Yeah. Do you want to read that one off?
I got to zoom into max capacity.
Oh, here we go. I got it. So it's a 12-team, start 10, super flex, 0.2 point per carry. Ray, I don't know if this is a typo, a 2.75 tight end premium. Sheesh. So on one side, we got 101 and a 25 first. On the other side, we got 104 and 105. Right, 12 teams start 11.25 with a
it's 0.2. It's okay. Read this. What is it?
Yeah. I if this is a 2.75 tight end premium, that changes a lot of math for me. But end of the day, it's a 12 team start 10.2 point per carry.
I think is that point per carry or point per completion?
PPC. So I always read that as point per carry, but
it could be point because what he's saying. Look at the context here.
Yeah. So this will be my 625 first, and they have Lamar on their roster already, and intend to go 101 next year with Lamar and Caleb as their building blocks. So they're making the move for 101, moving that 104 and 105, and getting Caleb back their 6th 2025 first in their little cachet of picks.
So he's taking Caleb. He's taking Caleb. So This leads me to believe this is 0.2 point per completion. Because there are those, we've had these where you've got the quarterback that's getting 0.2 points per completion. Like, I get that the tight end is 2.75 premium, but if this is 0.2 per completion, points per completion, I'm taking Caleb Williams. I am taking the accurate quarterback who's going to throw the ball 35 times a game. Just do the math on that. He completes 60% of his passes thrown at a clip of just go 30 times a game, and that's low in today's NFL. to add that on top of the rushing, on top of the scoring, you've got Lamar Jackson. I wanted to come in this and say 100%. Brock Bowers, 2.75 tight end premium. That's a high-ass premium, man. That's almost 3 damn points for tight ends. I mean, even in a point, whether it's 0.2 per completion or 0.2 per carry, damn near 3.0 tight end premium. Brock Bowers, he goes out there and catches 5 for 72 and a touchdown. I mean, he's got damn 15 points just off of receptions. Ty.
Does Brock Bowers make it to 104 in this format?
No, absolutely. No. He doesn't make it to 104 in a 2.0 tight end premium league. There's a case to be made for him to go 101 there. So 2.75 tight end premium, I retract, I pull it back. I'm probably going Big Brock. Big Brock at the top.
Okay. So if you were trading for the 101, you would take Brock there? Or
if
you're
I was
hoping
trading
that
for
Brock's there at 104, 105? Yeah.
No, if I got
it's the 101, yeah.
If I traded the 101, I'm taking, and in this format, you've got Lamar Jackson as quarterback. I'm taking Brock Bowers at a 2.75 tight end. That's all I want is tight ends. Like if I were in this league, I wouldn't worry about any other position outside of tight end. I want as many elite difference-making tight ends as possible. Like the math on this is insane scoring for the tight end.
Insane. Yep. I looked at the war graph of a 3-point tight end premium the other day, Ray. And the tight end line is damn near in line with the running back wide receiver line in most of those formats. So you can do a lot with those tight ends, and they spike just as high as your top end options across positions. So yeah, this is why if you're getting these picks, even if you have a plan, don't write those names in until you're forced to make that pick, because I think there's a lot that can be gotten there. Know your league. If Brock's going to be there at 1-4, screw it. Give me 1-4. I'll take Nabers or Odunze and Brock, and you can have that Caleb. But end of the day, I'm probably going to take Caleb in the 25 first here. If that's
Caleb in the 25. Yeah, you can go Caleb.
Yeah.
I want the 101 and the 25 first. That's what I want. In this format, whether it's Brock or Caleb, and if it's 0.2 per completion or per carry, the choice for me is Caleb Williams or Brock Bowers at the top. So I still want that 101 side. I do not believe either would be available at 104 or 105 for sure. All right, Ty, we're going to rapid fire these last few. Rapid fire these last trades because some of them just looked a little go ahead. What do we have right here?
Oh, Lord. So 12 team, start 10. Trey Lance or a 25 third, right?
It's a start whatever.
Start
this is
10,
the
yeah.
Start 10? Start 10?
Okay, who cares?
The
Rapid fire, Ray. Rapid fire, Ray.
I don't. The third
starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys in 2025.
Yeah, give me the starting quarterback for Dallas. I don't really.
There you go.
All right,
Same format, Ray.
Yep.
Same format. Cade Otton and Treylon Burks or Daniel Jones.
God, these are just who is even doing this stuff. Sure.
Or Venezuelan Poppy. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So you got that Trey Lance, you sent away Daniel Jones, and then you go and get Josh Downs in the 1-8 for Drake London. Ooh, okay, there's one we can talk about. Ray, you want the Drake London, that elite outcome Drake London now, or do you want that Josh Downs in the 108?
I want that Drake London in a start 10. I want that
Agreed.
Drake London in a start 10. Give me that Drizzy. Drake London, please. Thank you. All right.
Agreed.
Rapid fire. Bijan Robinson or 107 and T. Higgins in a 12-team start 10 Superflex PPR 5-point touchdown, no TEP, loaded at QB, wanted the hammer.
On a certain build, I would pay this. It feels it's crazy that we've kind of come full circle on Bijan about not being able to get a first and who that generational running back. I'm willing to make the bet on Bijan if I'm constructed correctly in a 12. But give me the outcome at the hammer, but know your league, right? Know your team. If I have any kind of a need, go ahead.
If it were best ball and this were T. Higgins and Rome Odunze, would you feel any differently?
I would. I would. But and again, in best ball, I'm more willing to pay it for those running backs as well. So it changed the math a bit, but I'm going to play a format if it's best ball.
All right, last one. Let's finish it up with our boy Dogtown. Rapid fire, 12-team, start 11, Superflex, 0.2 points per carry. So point per carry, PPC.
Yeah.
I've just been in a point per completion, point per carry.
Yeah.
So point per carry, 0.125 for first down. Derrick Henry or Zay Flowers. That's easy. Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm taking Derrick Henry for
It's
the
Derrick
format.
Henry.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's easy. Okay, this would be the last one. It's from Dogtown. It's from Dog because
Yeah, I got
that will get us right back to where we started out with Josh Allen. Let's wrap up there. Let's wrap up it with Josh Allen. So hit us with this one.
Yeah, it's got 12 team start 11.2 point PPC, so a point per carry, and that 2.0 tight end premium. We got Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley, Puka Nacua, and Jalen Waddle for 25 first, 105, 107, 201, 205, and 208. Ray Garvin. That's a lot of hammers on one side and a lot of picks on the other. But I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at, but I'm
12 teams start 11, 2 points, 0.2 PPC, and then 2.0 tight end premium. You're giving me old man Kamara hammer, Saquon Barkley, new money hammer. You're also giving me Puka Nacua and Jalen Waddle, and I really only paid a 25 first, the 105, the 107 in 3 seconds. So let's just say, let's break it down. The 105 for Saquon, okay? You're going to have to pay 107 and a 25 first for Puka Nacua. Can we just do that?
We'll do that for the sake of the exercise, yeah.
Well, what do you think? You're not getting Puka for the 107, so.
No. I would do the math a little differently. I think I would go. like 1.7 and 2.8 for Saquon. Like, so, I think that's probably more reasonable.
But 1.7 and 2.8 is probably the same thing as 105. Like,
well, it's because I'm not moving Puka unless I'm getting 1.5 at least back. So that's why I have to make that.
Okay, you want to do it that way. Okay, 107 and 208 for Barkley. Cool. Okay. No, screw that. No, hell no.
Yeah. Okay.
105 for Barkley. 107 for Barkley. And a 25 first. Would you do that for Puka Nacua? I send you 107 and a 25 first for Puka.
I'm going to hold on to Puka 11. There. I'm going to hold on to Puka there. Start 11. You throw in the 2.5. I'll call that fair. 1.7, 2.5, and a 25 first for Puka.
208.
208, fine.
Cool. All right. 107, 25 first, 208 for Puka Nacua. That leaves the 201 for Alvin Kamara or Jalen Waddle, which for Kamara. If that's what you want to do, 201 for Kamara, but Waddle's worth more than the 205. I want Barkley, Nacua, Waddle, and Alvin Kamara very, very easily in this deal. I would. For me, if I were Janner, Dogtown could have sucked on them 3 seconds. Like I don't want them. I want firsts, maybe the 201, but the 205, 208. I guarantee you this: Dogtown didn't care one bit about giving up any of them seconds. Not one of them. Nor probably that one. The only pick that maybe wanted to hold on to for the sake of the format and the class would be 105, maybe 107, but. This is a deal where it's Saquon, Puka, Waddle, and Kamara quite easily for me. Yeah. Rapid fire, Hurts or Jalen Love in the 110 in a 14-team start 11 lineup league.
I think it's start 12 actually, and that
start 12.
It's deep,
excuse me.
But
start 12.
It's deep. I still want Hurts. I'm still going to just make the bet on Hurts being the elite outcome guy. Good, decent price. I'll take Hurts.
All right, and the last trade, 12 by 12, best ball, super flex, and it says start one every position and 7 flexes. So you're just straight flexing, PPR, 2-point tight end premium, and a bunch of other bonuses. So it's just a flex league. I like these kind of flex leagues. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't care about the 409, or Jaden Reed, the 112, Will Levis, Jake Browning, and the 307.
This looks like a deal that I send Nick in like Royal Rumble or HBV. Yeah, I'm taking the Sun Gods out of this one. Like, it's a 12 by 12, and you're seeming to give up numbers and give the leverage, but what did you really give up? You gave up Will Levis, who is going to be a starting quarterback from what we know. You're giving up Jaden Reed, who's going to be a threshold receiver, could be a plus. Could something happen in the draft that makes us feel differently about Reed? Absolutely. Get up the 112, which is a range I'm actively trying to trade out of, but if I have to make the pick, I'll call it a young kind of punchy wide receiver that I could sell or threshold option. Browning and 307 in a best ball. I don't know. Choose a receiver. probably is a 0, 409. Who cares? I'm still going to take Amon-Ra here. I think hammers still matter even in best ball. I still want Amon-Ra. I'm willing to consolidate there for Amon-Ra.
That's a great way to break that down. Best ball, you think about Reed. If you do get a receiver there at the 112 spot, maybe that's Adonai Mitchell. 307, even if you wanted to go another receiver, have those guys hit your flex spots at the 307. Brendan Rice, Malik Washington, maybe a Javon Baker. Like, those are good names. I would like to have Reed, Javon Baker, and Adonai Mitchell, as well as Will Levis as a starting quarterback in best ball. I think you can make. Here's the thing. I'm actually. It's start 12, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think I lean the side where I'm getting at least I feel like I'm getting 3 starting players from day one with the 112, Jaden Reed and Will Levis. And that 307 is a hopium pick, but it's another receiver that there's some value there maybe. I can make a case for that side. In this format, when you're starting 12 and you can flex 7, I can tell you right now, without looking at, and he said crazy bonuses, there's probably some value to having more bodies hit the lineup every single week. It's just that the combinations that my team can sort of make on a weekly basis, having those assets. I think I'm going to lean Will Levis, Jaden Reed, the 112 and the 307, playing for the format. Like, playing for the format, I could potentially get 4-point scores versus the 1 in Amon-Ra, and even with, I think I would take the 4. This is not an easy. I know Amon-Ra is the best asset by far. I think I'm gonna play the format a little bit in this one, Ty.
I don't mind that. And I think that's why you have to know your league and know your format, and I think you have to play towards it, especially in best ball. But for me personally, if I'm moving Amon-Ra, I'm not just focused on how many people I can put into my lineup. And I'm going to be a little dynasty arrogant. I want a certain return back for Amon-Ra. I feel like you're just taking on too many quarters where I want is like a 50-cent piece back. Reed, 112.
But we're not going to do Reed dirty. Now, Reed had just as good of a rookie season as Amon-Ra St. Brown did with a young quarterback. Let's not poo-poo Reed. I know a lot of people, and it doesn't look like they're adding much wide receiver help either. So I don't want to poo-poo Reed, okay? But I get what you're saying.
I don't want to scoff at the deal either, right? But doesn't it feel like you could get this deal for Amon-Ra St. Brown most days? Probably.
But the problem is you got picks involved, so you're kind of at an expiration point. Like, I'm not. Yeah. I don't disagree at all. Having Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you're right, you don't want to just have bodies in the lineup. But Will Levis is a starting quarterback, and we're talking about where you have to start 12, and it is super flex, whatever you feel about Levis or not. Jaden Reed, 112, 307. Yeah, it's probably still Amon-Ra, but I can see the side for Will Levis, Jaden Reed, the 112 and the 307. But that's it, Ty. That wraps up this week's edition of the Trade Show over here on Destination Devy. Thank you, Ty, for running this bad boy once again. We appreciate everybody being here. Ty will continue to do these shows every week. I'll be on. Guests will be on. We'll have a damn good time. Make sure, again, you use that promo code DDD entry. You don't have to do anything besides use that in Underdog Fantasy. You're automatically entered to win all of the dope shit that we give away during the draft. Anything you want to say to people before we get out of here, Ty?
If you like this, hit the like, hit subscribe, stay tapped in. If you want to be part of, again, the best community. If you want to be posting trades at 4 a.m., patreon.com/allgas. Come hang out with us in Old Heisman House. Ray, it's been a blast. Thanks for giving me the forum to actually get my feet wet out here and have some fun chopping up and discussing some trades with you.
Till next week, baby. We out. Peace.
Peace.